Who is Jesus Christ? Many people have sought to answer that question. Some say that Jesus was merely a myth. Others say that he was a prophet. Christians think that he was not only a good moral teacher, but Lord and Savior. I'm joined today by George Haraksin, who is a philosopher and a Christian, to answer the question, who is Jesus? George, how would you answer the question, who is Jesus to you?
Well, the name Jesus, sometimes will perk up people's ears. When I was a graduate student, there was a philosopher over at University of Southern California, Dallas Willard, who used to come and lecture, and he used to say, he would use the phrase, he liked to use it, that Jesus is the smartest man who had ever lived. And I was a new Christian at the time, and when I heard that, that really, made my ears ring a little bit. Because I was used to thinking of him at that point, as a newer Christian, as Lord and Savior. And that those are the titles that we see in the New Testament. And then Dallas said that he's also the smartest man who had ever lived. And I think that also reminds us that if Jesus is a smart person, he's worthy of our time to investigate. And then when we start to investigate who he is, we see something like in Matthew chapter 16, where Jesus asks the question, who do people say the Son of Man is? And there's a couple of different answers that are given. Some say Elijah, there's others. And then he asks the question, he says, who do you say I am? Right? And that's how you ask the question, what do I say, or who do I think Jesus is? And there I would like to, echo Peter's statement in that verse, where he says, you are the Christ, you are the Son of God. And I've come to affirm that. But at the same time, that is an exciting thing to explore and to keep confirming. Mm-hmm. One interesting thing about my life at that particular time, when I became a Christian, I was actually going to a local state university, but I was an electrical engineering major, and I had actually also moved to doing technical theater and designing stages, and I was a musician too. But when I became a Christian, that stuff sort of took a back seat, and I wanted to see whether or not it was true that Jesus was the Christ, the Son of God, who he claimed to be. So I switched my major to comparative religions, and people around me just kind of shook their head a little bit, and my parents were like, well, whatever makes you happy. And so I went on a journey then studying all types of religion, from Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam, to non-traditional religions. And though it was hard, it was difficult, it challenged me greatly, I still came to the conclusion, or the affirmation, that Jesus is indeed who he said he was. That is the Christ, the Savior, the rescuer of people, and the Son of God.